has nothing to do with fashion, but it's a grade towards my end of the year project. So I got dressed, I threw on this yellow scarf, went on the field trip, walked through the entire store to just get some inspiration of what this vignette was going to look like. And on my way out, I guess apparently I was asking the right questions, no idea. At the end of the walkthrough, the vice president of the company she's like, hey, excuse me. She calls me back and she's waving her hand out. I'm like, what's in her hand? And she's like, here, take my business card. And I was like, oh, okay, great, sure. And she's like, in the subject of the email, put girl with yellow scarf, send me your resume and your cover letter. I made it 2 years there. I couldn't go long. I felt like I was going to shrivel up and die. The biggest takeaway from working at State Farm was learning how to be content in your situation, because I felt like every job that I had, I was always like searching for the next thing, like what's next? And working at State Farm, I just learned how to rest. I learned how to just be present. I just learned how to just embrace my situation and just let it be what it is. And as soon as I was able to accept where I was in this season of my life was when I got a call from the manager at Romo. I use him so much for a lot of his eye when I have consultations with clients. And that's what I personally feel like gives us the leg up, because when clients hire me, they're not just hiring an interior designer, they're hiring someone that has an architectural background. And not only that, but he can build. He's a builder. When we do these consultations, we're able to walk through. He's like, nope, you have a load bearing wall here. Like you can just, he just points things out like this because he knows what he's talking about. You know, like I didn't get a degree in it, but I feel like my dad always says experience is its greatest teacher. And because I've experienced being around these really cool designers, because I was exposed to so much, I was able to acquire those skills, you know, and then apply them to this design business. And although in the beginning I felt like I had imposter syndrome, not only just calling myself a designer, but actually acting on it, I felt confident in my ability to style. I felt confident in my ability to sell, because I worked in retail, right? And the more you talk about it, the more you obviously learn. And then of course, having my husband behind me gave me a greater confidence, because he has like the architectural knowledge, right? I wouldn't really ask him, hey, what do you think about this wallpaper? Because he doesn't really get the vision when I start putting things together until he sees the bigger picture. But yeah, if I can just summarize it, that's just really been my experience. And to the people that don't necessarily have that ability to afford maybe going to a design school, I personally just feel like surround yourself around those that are the creatives and those that are willing to give you some advice, and try working at a showroom. Because when you work at a showroom, you're exposed to all these designers that come in with their projects and they're like, I'm looking for upholstery fabric for this, this, and this. Here's the scheme, here's the scope. And just through that, you know, being able to understand how to put things together helped me build what we're doing here at TPV. Rooms by TPV was birthed out of the pandemic. I was getting so many people reach out to me, hey, do you do e-design? I tried it. I took on 2 or 3 clients and I realized this is not my heart's desire. So then it got me thinking, if people like my aesthetic, if they like, and when they reach out to me, they reference these particular projects, why not build upon it, build a room, and see where it goes. I want people to buy the rooms. And what makes this unique is that every quarter it's going to change. I will have some items on there that are top sellers or best sellers, but it's going to be constantly changing. I want this to feel like Zara. It is interesting to see that the business has now been shifted towards, my clients are primarily Black, right? And they are uber successful in their careers. So that has been really eye-opening for me, because in the beginning when I first started, a lot of my clients were white, they were male, and I'm like, I wonder if there's like Black people out there with this much money that can actually afford. And then bam, it's happening now. And now it's like morphing into this community of very esteemed Black professionals that are doing amazing in their lives. And I'm just like blown away by it. And for me, I find that just so inspiring. It's time. Humble beginnings, Jane. That's my thing. Humble beginnings. I never will forget where I came from. And that's so core for me.